Have you ever wondered how your computer stores all those family photos, important documents, and favorite games? Well, the answer lies in a device that's both common and crucial in our digital lives: the hard drive. These storage powerhouses harness the power of magnetism to tuck away everything from your holiday snaps to the latest blockbuster games. But what goes on inside these technological marvels? How do they manage to hold so much information? Today we're diving into the fascinating world of hard drives to uncover how they work. At the heart of every hard drive are two main components: a spinning platter and an actuator arm. These two elements, alongside a few others, make up the intricate system that enables a hard drive to store and retrieve vast amounts of data. The spinning platter is a circular disc, typically made from aluminum or glass. This disc is coated with a thin layer of magnetic material, which is where all your data is stored. It's an impressive feat of engineering, with the platter rotating at dizzying speeds, reaching up to 170 miles per hour. Imagine that, a tiny disc inside your computer spinning faster than most cars can drive. Hovering above this spinning platter is the actuator arm. Attached to this arm is a minuscule device known as the read-write head. As the name suggests, this head is responsible for both reading data from and writing data to the platter. It achieves this by altering the magnetic orientation of minuscule areas on the platter's surface. Each of these tiny areas represents a single bit, which is either a 0 or a 1. The fundamental units of information in computing. Now, the actuator arm doesn't just randomly flit around the platter, it moves in a precise and controlled manner, driven by a mechanism called a voice coil. This coil controls the movement of the arm through electrical currents, allowing it to accurately position the read-write head over the exact spot where data needs to be read or written. Interestingly, the actuator arm never touches the platter. Instead, it floats a tiny fraction of a millimeter above the surface. This is due to a thin cushion of air that's created by the spinning platter. This air gap is so small that a single dust particle or a fingerprint could cause a catastrophic head crash. So, in essence, your hard drive is a high-speed magnetic record player, writing and reading bits of data. It's a dance of precision and speed, all taking place in a device that fits snugly in the palm of your hand. It's this intricate ballet of technology that allows us to store and access our digital lives with just a few clicks or keystrokes. Now that we know the structure of a hard drive, let's explore how it stores and retrieves data. Imagine a vinyl record player, where music is encoded in grooves on the disc. A hard drive works in a similar way, but instead of grooves, it uses concentric circles called tracks on the magnetic platter. These tracks are further divided into smaller segments known as sectors. Picture a pizza cut into slices, each slice representing a sector. Each of these sectors can hold a fixed amount of data, typically 512 bytes. When you save a file on your computer, the hard drive springs into action. It allocates one or more sectors and begins to write the data on them using the head, the tiny device on the actuator arm. The head changes the magnetic orientation of tiny areas on the sector, each area representing a bit. A bit is the most basic unit of information in computers, representing either a 0 or a 1. But what happens when you want to open a file? The hard drive comes to your rescue once again. It locates the sectors where the file is stored and reads the data using the head. This is done so quickly that you get access to your file almost instantly. You might be wondering, how does the head move so quickly and accurately over the platter? The answer lies in a mechanism called a voice coil. This coil controls the movement of the arm with electrical currents, allowing the head to reach any position on the platter in a snap. From storing your favorite photos to retrieving that important document for work, the hard drive does it all. Behind every click and every save, there's a world of magnetism and precision engineering at work. Thanks to this intricate system, your hard drive can access any file almost instantly. It's truly a marvel of modern technology that we often take for granted. So the next time you save a file, take a moment to appreciate the hard drive and the fascinating science behind it. But how fast your hard drive can work and how much it can store depends on several factors. First up, we've got rotational speed. This is the rate at which the platter spins under the head, and it directly influences your data transfer rate. A faster spin means data can be read and written more rapidly. Next up, the density of the magnetic domains. This is essentially how many bits can be crammed into a given area on the platter. The denser these domains, the more data you can store. Think of it like packing for a trip. The better you are at utilizing space, the more you can fit in your suitcase. Then there's cache size. This is a fast memory chip on the hard drive that temporarily stores data. The larger the cache, the more data can be stored for quick access, which improves response time. It's kind of like having a cheat sheet for an exam. The more you can fit on there, the better your performance. Last but not least, the interface type. This is how the hard drive talks to the computer. It affects the bandwidth and compatibility. Some interfaces are faster, some are slower, and some are better suited to certain types of tasks. These variables determine the speed, capacity, and overall performance of your hard drive. So, there you have it, the workings of a hard drive in a nutshell. It's quite the marvel, isn't it? This everyday piece of technology that we often take for granted is a symphony of precision engineering and applied physics. It's a spinning platter, racing under an actuator arm, with a head that reads and writes data through the magic of magnetism. Data is meticulously stored in concentric tracks, divided into sectors, each holding a fixed amount of information. And the hard drive's performance? That's a delicate balance of speed, density, cache size, and interface type. Factors that determine how swiftly and efficiently your data can be accessed and stored. Every time you save a document or load a game, remember there's a tiny magnetic ballet happening inside your computer. It's quite the spectacle. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of your computer, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights. Until next time.